Donald Trump's path to electoral victory is wider than it's ever been. Polls show that Trump has a small but consistent lead in most battleground states. CNN's John King is here with us at the Magic Wall to show us exactly what we're talking about.
Dana, this is the map from 2020. Forget about it. Donald Trump was behind when he has his big night in 2016. He was behind in the COVID conventions of 2020 on his big night. He is ahead. When he takes that stage tonight in this hall, he is ahead. And you could even say he's ahead in a commanding way that is growing. This is the current CNN projection. And watch when I go through it, because this will change in the coming days. Already we have the data to change this. Right now, if Donald Trump just won, deep red, solid Republican. Light red, lean Republican. If he just won the states on this map that we have as either solid or leaning Republican, he's already the next president of the United States, 272 electoral votes. But the data in recent days, we know Trump is now ahead. Let me turn this off here. Trump is now ahead in Pennsylvania. Trump is now ahead in Wisconsin. Trump is ahead in this Nebraska congressional district. Trump is ahead out here in Arizona. Let's turn all that. That's 313 electoral votes right there. And there is data that shows that some other states that maybe he's only ahead a little bit, or it's margin of error, or it's tied, but they're traditional blue states. States like Virginia, Trump is now at least in play there, Dana. And then you come up to New Hampshire, Trump is in play there. There are Republicans talking about maybe Minnesota. There are Democrats worried about Colorado and New Mexico. Look at this map right here. Potentially 330 electoral votes. Does that mean Donald Trump's going to get 330 electoral votes? Of course not. Do the blue states tend to come home late in the campaign? They tend to. But the president is so weak. Let's just show a little bit of reasons of why Democrats are so worried about this. This data is several days old. I have seen data in recent days, private data, that is even worse than this. But this is public data. This is the incumbent president of the United States. His ballot share in Arizona, 37%. 40 in Georgia, 38 in Wisconsin, 40 in Michigan, 40 in Pennsylvania, 40 in North Carolina, 42, his best state, Nevada, 42. Correlates almost exactly, within a point or two, to his approval rating right there. Dana, the president is in trouble, and when Donald Trump takes that stage tonight, this is his race. He's in the driver's seat.
So go back, just use Minnesota as an example. I've talked to Democrats there who are very worried about that. Jeff Zeleny likes to call that the reddest blue state. I talked to a donor, a lawmaker who is in touch with a lot of big donors this morning, who said that they're done. They're not going to give any more to Joe Biden's campaign. That matters when you have to be playing on territory that you weren't planning on playing before.
Right. So this is the 2020 map. Imagine the 2016 map. Donald Trump's winning the blue wall states here. And in 2016, look at Minnesota. In 2016, we have third-party candidates this time. Again, you have the president of the United States approval rating is down. And you see how close it was, right? Donald Trump was close. This is where J.D. Vance, again, vice presidential candidates tend not to make a huge difference, but can they make a little difference? J.D. Vance, Donald Trump campaigning in a state like this. This is just one of them here. It was very close. And again, in 2020, third-party candidates didn't matter. Donald Trump can get to 45. He can get to 46. If Joe Biden is in the high 30s or low 40s, it's not just Minnesota. That's why they're worried in Colorado. They're worried in New Mexico. They're worried in New Hampshire. They're worried in Virginia. Can Joe Biden change it? Sure. But that's why you have consistent pressure, Dana, on him to please get out, Mr. President. Give us a chance with somebody else.
It's so fascinating. It's so important to look at the big picture. And the question is, if all that information is getting to the president, it sounds like now it is.
Slowly it is.